What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another video. Today we're going to be looking at 5 potential replacements for Kyle Walker, who looks set for a move to Bayern Munich from Manchester City. So we're going to have a look at some fullbacks, some centre-backs, some fullbacks who can play as centre-backs, some centre-backs who can play as fullbacks, as potential replacements that City could look for in this transfer window. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe. We've got daily Manchester City transfer updates rolling throughout the whole summer transfer window for you guys to stay up to date with every single day with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. And do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If Kyle Walker leaves Manchester City, who do you want to replace him with? Let me know in the comments below. So, no particular order, just random players that City have been getting linked with, or players that I've been impressed with watching. There'll be loads of players that I missed out, which I'm sure you guys will leave in the comments below, so please do feel free with other potential replacements. But I want to speak first today about Benjamin Pavard. Bayern Munich, 27 years old, French international, World Cup winner, available for transfer, looking at an affordable price of around £30 million. Pep Guardiola likes him. He likes how versatile he can be. He can play as a centre-back. He can play as a right-back. To me, not as good as what Kyle Walker is, but with Kyle Walker getting no younger and potentially maybe in the next season or two losing some of his pace as well, to me, there are worse options out there than Benjamin Pavard. And if Man City go out there and sign Benjamin Pavard, I, for one, would be very happy with that. I think it's a doable transfer, so I put my likeliness on this at an 8.5 out of 10. This seems like a deal that Man City would get done to replace Kyle Walker, and it is a nice, simple transaction. It's a nice, simple transfer to get done. And with City sitting down this week to speak with Bayern Munich to negotiate a fee with Kyle Walker, I wouldn't rule out Man City sitting down with Bayern Munich at the same time and asking, do you know what? What's the availability here of Benjamin Pavard? Any deal that is done won't be a swap deal. It will be 2 separate transactions, 2 separate transfers, much like that saw Danilo go to Juventus that time that City signed Joao Cancelo, which was done as 2 separate different transfers. Now, moving on, I want to speak about Achraf Hakimi, the Moroccan international, PSG, 24 years old. He would cost a heck of a lot of money, but he is a brilliant fullback. Do Manchester City want a fullback? It all depends on what City want. Pep likes versatile. How versatile can Hakimi be? Can he invert? Can he play defensive midfield? Can he play centre-back? Can he play right wing? Can he play right back? What can he do? Has he been tried and tested? Has he got that experience? And whilst if Man City were looking for an out-and-out right-back, Hakimi would be right up there as one of the top players on the list. I'm not too sure if Hakimi will be even on the Manchester City shortlist for replacements, but certainly out there as one of the best right-backs in the world. Hakimi's name has to be out there. When it comes to the likeliness, I'm not so sure, given this just a 3 out of 10. Now, moving on, a player that we have been linked with in the past, but not in a while, takes us on to Nahuel Molina over at Atletico Madrid. Argentinian international, can play all along that right wing. A potential Mahrez and Walker replacement in one. Wouldn't rule that out at all. 25 years old, Atletico want him on a new deal. It's unclear what his release clause is. Some have said £30 million, cheap, bargain, get it paid. Others have said €90 million. Whoa, not so cheap. Don't get it paid. Is that going to happen? A good option there. Again, depends what City are looking for. Do you want someone who can cover on that whole right-hand side? A Walker and a Mahrez replacement in one? Have we not already got that with Cancelo? I do not know. Nahuel Molina is a name that's been chucked out there, giving this, again, likeliness just a 3 out of 10. Now, another Kyle Walker replacement that we could replace him with is Kyle Walker Peters. Yeah, Southampton, 26 years old, homegrown, English, won't be expensive. Southampton just got relegated, so he could be an option. I've always been impressed when Kyle Walker-Peters has played against Manchester City. Pep, he's the type of player that Pep could make even better. He is a fullback, though. Again, as I was mentioning, is he versatile? Can he invert? Can he play centre-back? Can he go further up that wing? I'm not so sure, but he's a good player. Every time I've seen him play against City, he has looked good. But again, I'm going to have to give this a likeliness of a 3 out of 10. So at the moment, it's very much looking like a Benjamin Pavard and nobody else right now. But I wouldn't rule out Man City coming up with a surprise or two. And I think certainly Kyle Walker-Peters is a name that deserves to be talked about at the very least. Now, moving on, I want to speak about another Southampton player. Takes us on to Tino Livramento, English, 20 years old, bags of potential. Again, another player that Pep Guardiola could make even better. There's loads of interest out there with him right now. Chelsea, Newcastle, their names are being put out there. City's name not really being put out there, but he's a player I want to talk about anyway. But again, he's a fullback. Can he play centre-back? Can he invert? Can he play right wing? Who knows? Remains to be seen. May Man City want to challenge Chelsea and Newcastle and make a late move? That remains to be seen. Again, likeliness, just a 3 out of 10. Now, I know it's top 5. Putting top 6 just doesn't sound as good, so I'm calling it a bonus. It's my video, do what I want. So I'm calling it a bonus, and I want to speak about Federico Chiesa, Juventus, 25-year-old Italian right wing-back, can play right wing, can play right back as well. He's physical, quick, good in front of goal, suits attacking style of play, would suit Manchester City, and I think Pep Guardiola would make him into an even better player. My biggest concern here is defensive capabilities. To work with Pep Guardiola to be a good player in defence for Manchester City, you have to be able to defend, and I think Pep Guardiola could teach him and make him even better, in my complete honest opinion. I don't know how affordable he is. Rumours are saying he could be available for as little as £36 million. Others are saying over £50 million. Well, there's a big difference, over £15 million there. With the apparent price tag set somewhere between 36 and 51 million pounds. And to me, if Cancelo leaves, Walker leaves, and Man City needs some kind of option, I think Federico Chiesa could be a player certainly that's worth considering. Bayern Munich, apparently he's on their list of contingencies to, if Kyle Walker doesn't happen, that they could make a move for Federico Chiesa. Liverpool, their name being put out there as well. And as I said, it could be quite versatile, because if you're looking for a player to replace Walker and Mahrez in one, Federico Chiesa could well be that player. And to me, he's one of the rare few players that helps improve Manchester City. I don't think we're going to make a move, so I am going to put this likeliness again at another 3 out of 10. But again, just like some of the other players, I think he's worth considering at the very least. And I think a couple of other players that's worth considering. Cancelo just played with Manchester City in pre-season. His future, I'm not entirely convinced, is done at Manchester City. If Walker leaves but Cancelo stays, you've got that option. Rico Lewis, another young player as well, adaptable, can play right back, can play left back, he inverts, can play in defensive midfield as well. Another player that Pep Guardiola could just mould into a real little gem at Manchester City. I think it very much depends here on replacing Kyle Walker with what Man City want to do when it comes to defenders, because at the end of the day, John Stones, Akanji can all cover on that right side of centre-back for Manchester City. If Laporte doesn't leave, you've got Diaz. You've got Laporte there ready. If Laporte does leave, you've got a Gvardiol coming in. You've got a Nathan Ake as another option. So it's all about having them options. And I think in terms of defence, it's important to always have them options. And if Kyle Walker leaves Manchester City, I would like to see us replace him. I think it's more important so far this season that if both Walker and Mahrez leave, I think it's more important right now. I think it's both important. I'd replace both of Kyle Walker and Riyad Mahrez, but I would say in terms of building from the back, I'd say it's more important that we replace Kyle Walker first, and that becomes our priority. But a lot does remain to be seen. We're still yet to agree a deal with Bayern Munich, so who knows? Kyle Walker may still remain a Manchester City player, and therefore making this video quite redundant. But it's a talking point. Wanted to make a video on it. You guys have been asking for it, so there you go. Kyle Walker, if he leaves, who do you want him to? Who do you want City to replace him with? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. Subscribe if you're new around here. Plenty more Manchester City and plenty more Manchester City transfer content to come for you guys to enjoy. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link in the description. Go and follow me on there. That'd be much appreciated, and I'll see you all again tomorrow religiously for my next Manchester City transfer update, daily transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.